cardboard boxes by the door, an email that changes everything, a clock that keeps running even when your stomach drops. If you're feeling the pull of relationship stress, career change, you are not alone. Career transitions don't have to pull love thin. They can teach it new strength. The pressure is real, but the path through is real too. Here on Whispered Hearts, English, we hold space for the messy middle and the quieter wins. Let's walk through this change with the steadiness your relationship deserves. Stress shows up in small disguises first. Short answers, longer commutes, a laundry basket ignored because energy went into smiling through a new team meeting. Research shows that when roles shift, nervous systems scan for threat, and tiny misunderstandings multiply. Have you noticed a new tension sneaking into simple moments? Here's the first turn most couples miss. The problem is not the job, it's the story you tell about the job. The brain loves quick labels. Promotion equals perfection, job loss equals failure, relocation equals chaos. Those labels leak into tone, timing, and touch. What story are you telling yourselves right now? But there's something even quieter holding love together, and it starts before a word is spoken. Stability rituals are your relationship's seatbelt during turbulence. Think of 2-minute anchors you can repeat on the busiest days. A morning check-in while the coffee drips. What's one thing you need from me today? A 4-breath reset before you step into the house. I'm here, and we're a team. Create a threshold ritual for transitions between work and home. Stand in the entryway and shake the day off like rain from a coat together. Names the highs, the lows, and one tiny gratitude. On winter evenings, feel the crisp air slip in as the door opens. Then close it on the noise and choose calm. Most couples try to fix the entire career move. The win is fixing the transitions. The smoother the micro moments, the steadier the big moments feel. Keep the ritual even when schedules snap and stretch. What small ritual could you protect this week? But what happens when calendars and bank accounts turn into silent battlegrounds? Logistics are love in practical clothing. Open a shared calendar and color code energy, not just events. A green block means, I can carry more tonight. A yellow block means, please keep it light. When money gets tight or wider, schedule one standing budget talk with a calm agenda and a time limit. Speak to each other as allies facing the same problem, not opponents passing blame. Say, we're solving this together, and mean it. If relocation is on the table, define what home means beyond a zip code. Favorite meals, a weekly call with family, a neighborhood walk that becomes yours. How would it feel to put us time on the calendar before anything else? There's a deeper layer beneath plans and spreadsheets that needs your attention. Emotional check-ins keep resentment from quietly rooting. Ask, what's the hardest part of this change for you, and what's the part you're secretly excited about? Listen without fixing. Therapists report that validation, not solutions, lowers the temperature fastest. Could you experiment with listening for understanding, not agreement? When the living room fills with boxes and the air hums with second guesses, you'll need a repair move ready. Imagine a night when a small comment ignites a bigger flame. One of you snaps, "You're never here," and the other shuts down. Pause the argument before it shapeshifts. Say, "Time out, I care about us more than this fight." Agree on a 20-minute cool-off, then return for a 10-minute repair with softer eyes. Repair starts with ownership. I got defensive because I'm scared. I'm sorry for the tone. Then offer one concrete action. Tonight, I'll finish the forms so we can look at apartments tomorrow. Research shows that cooling the body and owning one small step turns a spiral into a staircase. When tempers rise, what helps you come back to the same side? After repair comes a gentle reset for the body and the bond. Step outside into a light spring rain and feel the world wash the edges softer. Walk the block in comfortable silence, then trade one sentence each. I choose you. I choose us. What would a simple reset look like in your neighborhood? But there's a kind of celebration that doesn't need confetti, and it matters more than you think. Small wins move love forward inch by inch. The first day, a commute goes smoothly. The moment you introduce yourself in the new role without a tremor. The evening you cook together on a tight budget and still laugh over a chipped plate. Mark it with a candle on the kitchen counter or a sticker on the calendar. Every Friday, review 3 wins: yours, mine, ours. These micro-celebrations rewire attention from threat to progress. They also remind you that you are changing together, not apart. At Whispered Hearts. English, you always have a table where your quiet victories count, and you belong here no matter what title sits under your name. Identity shifts are louder than title changes. A promotion can whisper imposter doubts. A job loss can shout shame. Counter those voices with a steady mirror. You are more than your job. You are the person who keeps showing up. Which sentence would you like to hear from your partner tonight? But how do you keep the warmth when the routine is upended and evenings run thin? On summer nights, take your shoes off on the porch and let your feet find the wood's warmth. Share one future hope and one present comfort. Keep the phones inside. Sip iced tea, breathe slower, and let the crickets handle the background music. 10 minutes here can save you hours of miscommunication later. If relocation arrives, moving day can feel like a test you didn't study for. The box labeled kitchen goes missing. The GPS reroutes 3 times. The highway shoulders flare with autumn leaves that surprise you into a smile. Pick one ritual for the first 48 hours. Choose a local diner, learn one neighbor's name, or find the nearest park bench. Career transitions and love can coexist when you build cues of we into a new map. Tape a handwritten word, together, to the fridge before you unpack the fancy appliances. Trade welcome notes in each other's bags. Which first 2 days ritual would make a new place feel like yours? But plans matter too, and a simple map can lower the fear dramatically. Create 2 horizons. A 2-week horizon for the practicals you control, paperwork, schedule blocks, childcare swaps, meal planning. A 90-day horizon for the rhythm you are learning, commute cues, team dynamics, weekend resets. Keep the plans visible and kind. Supporting partner career shifts means protecting energy, not just checking tasks. Name roles and rotate them with respect. There's the interview prep coach, the meal captain, the budget navigator, the home reset lead. Roles are not gendered or permanent. They are service. Revisit them on Sundays with coffee and a soft playlist. Which role could you lean into this month? And which one could you release? But even with plans, old fears can edge in through familiar cracks. When work stress in relationships rises, many couples slide into scorekeeping. Replace it with story-keeping. This week was hard, and we still found 5 minutes of laughter. We got rained on walking to the train, and it felt like a movie. Stories soften tallies. What story from this week deserves to be remembered? Language matters more than you think. Try swapping sacrifice for investment and delay for timing. Tell each other, we're building options, not we're stuck. Your nervous systems listen to your words like weather reports. If your words predict storms, your bodies tense for lightning. What forecast will you speak tonight? But sometimes the hardest part is asking for what you need without fearing you'll sound needy. Practice precise requests. Could you hold my hand while I read this email? Can we eat on the couch tonight and watch something light? I need a quick pep talk before the call. Specific asks get specific care. Vague hints breed missed chances and bruised feelings. What is one exact comfort you could request today? Set boundaries with kindness. I can talk about the offer until 9, then I want to rest with you. I can host your parents next weekend, but I'll need Saturday morning to recharge. Partners, respond with generosity. I can do that. Thanks for telling me. What boundary would protect your tenderness this week? But remember, intimacy grows in tiny acts repeated with intention. Touch more often, even when a full evening together isn't possible. A hand on a shoulder as you pass in the hallway. A lingered hug that lasts long enough for both shoulders to drop. A quick text at lunch, thinking of your courage today. In the soft places, love remembers itself. On difficult mornings, step outside and breathe the crisp winter air. Let it sting your lungs awake, and then soften. Whisper a line you both love. Maybe it's a lyric or a promise. Maybe it's new day, same team. Rituals like this hold the line when meetings run long and commutes stretch thin. But love also needs play, especially when life feels all duty. Schedule silliness, a $5 thrift store challenge, a ridiculous dance in the kitchen while pasta water boils, a sunset race to the mailbox in socks. Play loosens the grip of outcome and reminds your bodies they belong to each other. What tiny dose of play could sneak into your week? If one partner's dream is taking center stage, make a time for the other partner's desire to speak too. Alternate spotlight nights. 1 week is resume review, the next is sketching ideas for a new class or hobby. Balance is rarely 50-50 in real time. It is fair over seasons. Which dream has been waiting for more oxygen? But none of this works without grace when you miss a step. You will forget a ritual. You will misread a tone. You will reach for a joke when the moment asked for silence. Offer quick repair without shame. I missed you there. Let me try again. Repeat until the muscles learn. Which repair line feels most natural for your mouth? Your values are the compass under all this movement. Name 3 together and post them where you see them daily. Maybe it's kindness, courage, and rest. Maybe it's presence, patience, and adventure. When a choice appears, take the trip, stay another month, accept the role, hold it against your values like a stencil. Does it fit? And when you look back on this season, you'll see something you can't see yet from here. You'll see how a porch talk on a summer night saved a winter morning. How a sticker on a calendar became a thread of gold through weeks of grey. How 2 people, choosing each other in the middle of uncertainty, became steadier, funnier, kinder. That steadiness is the gift you carry into whatever comes next. If this episode gave you language for the middle of change, here's your gentle nudge to join the conversation. At the end of this video, tell us, how do you support each other during career changes? The stories you share help someone else feel normal, brave, and not alone. Career transitions don't have to strain your love when you center compassion, protect rituals, and keep celebrating progress. If our stories here at Whispered Hearts English resonate, consider subscribing and sharing your experience in the comments. When you feel the edge of relationship stress, career change, remember that change can be a classroom for deeper connection. You're building something strong, and you're building it together, with care, with practice, with heart,